Can you parse all alone in pugs? What if you're playing with nearly all strangers that you don't know and you're a clicker and keyboard turner? Or better yet, you want to hit just one button and see if that makes you ready to get a bunch of 99s. Well, Prot Warrior is a little insane at the moment, so we're going to do exactly that, using Devastate over and over again and making sure not to turn our brains on. We just need to convince our teammates to help us out a little bit. Okay, so if we want to parse, we got to leave one of these up so we can kill it. So we don't activate this one.
Someone's gonna click it.
But random people aren't going to always cooperate or believe you. So that's why I made sure to spam this over and over again, letting them know that I am a freak and there is no telling what I will do if they do not listen. But I was very scared by this man in the back, for he could betray us at any moment and activate the fight. Then there'd be no chance for us to parse. We need to make sure that we leave that elemental up until the last moment. This will let everybody get up on the platform and be right next to the boss before we even start fighting. Cool, like in Raid Warning, tell the range to get next to Aquinas and then I'll start the thing and then nobody attacks the guy until I'm up there. But my cries would go unheard, and we almost lost before we even began.
Bro, we still just the one healer hitting it. Oh shit.
I returned to typing up essays in Raid Warning, hoping that it will work. And eventually we get their attention, everybody gets in position for the fight, and then we decide that now is the time to kill the final Ellie. Blood Rage on pull. This gets us to 80 rage, so we get consumed by rage and flagellation up. Then we're going to use our glove CD, and finally we're going to hit devastate over and over again until the boss falls over and we can collect our 99 parse. Unfortunately for one of our teammates, we didn't kill it fast enough, and so they got depth charge. This means that their chance to parse is over, even though our chance to parse has just begun. Sadly, even though this was RNG, nothing can stop the post-boss kill crap talk that's coming.
Damn, clap and get gapped.
But even though I got that 99 on Aquinas, I played it terribly. I didn't use the gloves and flagellation at the same time. Clicking is disorienting, like right now, where I run in, click Rage Pot, get consumed by Rage Up, and then stop paying attention to my rage, since I'm focusing on keyboard turning and clicking, which is a total pain. I'm gonna run out of rage here, but not notice it as I am so distracted. Watch me click, click, click that button over and over and get no casts. And now I am able to cast, and I'm trying to get to 80 rage again, so that way I can start doing some DPS. Now I finally realize it's the proper time to hit the boss, but a healer has managed to pull off me because my uptime has been so pathetic. I'm not about to use a taunt though, because that would be cheating. We can only use the 6 buttons that are in the middle of my screen, and now is the time where we can start doing some serious DPS because that shell is no longer on the turtle man. Let's get back to focusing in on our very complex rotation of sunder, sunder, sunder over and over again, and then we're going to collect our 98 parse that we absolutely did not earn because our uptime is terrible, and this is really ridiculous. Now we don't have too much to do before we get to Lady Cereves. There's just a couple trash packs that we'll get in between the boss, and before we get up there, we need to make sure everybody's on the same page to parse. You guys all have faps, right? So we can sit the bleeping bleep and just tank it in there. Now, I don't pick up the Elite on pull because I have some mobility issues from having to click everything on my screen, but this is actually a major mistake. You see, I forgot that if you don't get hit by the ad, you can't parse as a tank, and so even though I do a good job clicking my one button, I only get a 97 because I get parsed as a Fury Warrior instead of a Prot Warrior. Poor me. I then have an episode. Dude, pet.
This guy.
He's just putting in position.
Because I did not realize that hunters get their pet into position like this. I'm used to scorpions and wind serpents. Yeah, that's my excuse. Now, this pull's really bad. I should have made sure that I had enough rage going in that I wouldn't need to use blood rage. Using blood rage on pull really isn't great there. It'd be nice if I could use it a few seconds in when I have a chance of having some bleeds up already, and I also used it without the glove CD. Super cringe gameplay. I'm gonna speed this up a bit. I did a really bad job on Gellihat. If you're wondering why I'm moving like such a weirdo, well, it's because I am trying to actually click my buttons while moving around and keyboard turning, and it is really, really worrying me that I'm gonna die from something and then just look insanely stupid, you know? I'm pretty good at making myself look stupid all on my own. I don't need any help from the mechanics of the fight. And we're just getting started when it comes to ridiculous movement, because as soon as we are done with Gellyhast, well, you know what the next boss is. And he likes to summon a little meatball that you have to dodge around. And also, I'm going to have to make sure that I can click these lightning totems really quick, or I will fry myself, which isn't something I want to do. It's actually not too hard to just tab target and get to the lightning totem right away, but I botched this boss super bad because I forgot you need to be doing damage before the boss actually comes onto the field, because that portion is also ranked. If I would have hit everything the whole time, it would have been an easy 99, but I'm a clown, and so I didn't get one. Here's the damage curve. It's interesting, I guess. Now for Kelris, it's very easy. It goes well. I run in and hit my one button just like always. Super exciting stuff, and then I get selected to go to the Shadow Realm, which isn't ideal, but getting a second kill portal is ideal. So then we are able to send it right here, and we don't have to do anything other than Sunder for basically the rest of the fight. In a couple seconds, I'm going to end up doing a Battle Shout because I was foolish and didn't use it beforehand, and then I'm also going to do a couple interrupts on this fight. So you're going to be able to literally give up probably 10 globals, and as long as you're spamming Sunder on the rest of the fight, you'll still get a 99 on this. It's really, really silly. It's just so ridiculous how easy it is to get 99s as Prot. All the ones that I didn't get a 99 on, I made major mistakes this run. Super, super major. You know, I didn't tank the Elite on Cereves. My uptime on Gellyhast was bad, along with the CD timing. And then Lorgus, I just straight up didn't hit anything for a third of the fight, but I still got something in like the 80s or the 90s. It's just wild. This spec is absolutely cracked. You should definitely give it a shot. It's super fun. Hitting one button when you're having to click it, it's not as fun because it takes a lot of focus, and simple things taking a lot of focus feels pretty bad. But if you were doing this with actual hotkeys, it'd be kind of cool. You could focus on everything else in Raid super easily, and you could learn how to optimally play a spec like this really, really fast because there's just nothing going on. But if you want to try the clicking keyboard challenge like me, it's so easy to mess stuff up. Like right here, I have 3 stacks of the debuff, and I'm going to try to backpedal to purge it, but I haven't been paying a lot of attention. I didn't realize that Mutter had just used that one to purge stuff. So I'm going to end up backing into nothingness, panicking, although you can't read my mind, and then determining how am I going to get over to the other one. Right here, I was a little bit worried that I was going to kill myself and then everybody else, but it's all right. Mutter was there, so we'd been good either way. And I really didn't know hardly anybody in this run. I ran this run with 3 friends. You don't need to actually have a guild. You can play solo, pug, be the spec. Just make sure that you have like a Wind Fury and a Paladin, along with a Hunter, I'd say, although you could probably skip out on that. And you're going to do a ton of damage. It's awesome. Other people can't hold you back as this spec.